angels! Do you know that GSH is a master molecule of all living things? Our body naturally makes enough GSH when we are young but starts to slow production after 20 years old. Science has been trying for almost 100 years to effectively supplement GSH to improve health and beauty with very limited success. Now that we have the solution, check the website link on my description box down below. As long as you understand the process of your triggers. But anxiety is actually the stubborn one. But however, not only for yourself.
I'm not my own experience. I'm gonna try my best. Not if you don't know me, I am Miss Cam. I talk about
Drain myself in luxurious words. If I'm ever feeling down, it never gets worse. In order to grow, sometimes you gotta
I hope you had a great weekend. Welcome.
Love is what I
Keep shining, angels.
It's the truth, I remember that.
Hi, it's me again. It's Miss Cam. I talk about self-growth and self-love on my channel. For more updates and videos, please hit the subscribe button down below. And if you want to be notified, hit the notification bell as well as like the videos. Alright, in this video, we're just gonna talk about my Gerd story. I'm gonna enlighten you out about my Gerd story to inspire people that is actually going through about their Gerd journey, okay? It's very educational regarding about Gerd. However, I'm not gonna tell you medications because I'm not a doctor. This is just about my journey. This is inspired about real story that I went through with my Gerd and how I actually had it and what did I do to regulate my gut or metabolism. So, alright, the first is about my Gerd. How did I have my Gerd? So here's the story about it started actually from a panic attack, which is on my birthday. That was 2022, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 years ago. No, it's actually 4 years ago now. 2022. It was my birthday. We're having a celebration that time on a hotel that I rented for a night. But actually, before that happened, there was a time in my life that I really skipped meals because I was like really busy. Those days I was like really busy. I need to do something, I need to do errands, and then I always avoid eating in the right time, which is really triggered my Gerd. At the same time of that, I'm also addicted to alcohol. Okay, so I am so grateful that Gerd was a blessing in disguise to me to took me out in that type of life. Okay, so as of now, I don't have any vices in my life anymore. When you say vices, you don't have any alcohol or any addictions that you do. But praise God naman to me, I don't do any drugs or everything. No? So I'm not that type of person. However, I was so addicted with alcohol and as well as vape or cigarette. From cigarette to vape, right? So I removed all of that right now. So I applaud myself because that was the start of me loving myself. Going back to the story, I was actually renting a hotel that night. Then that night, I actually disregard my stomach because I'm the type of person that will drink and my stomach is empty because I'm not really a fan of food. I rather get drink those times than to eat food, you know. I'm a fan of alcohol. I like the feeling of what alcohol gave me, and there was the time that I didn't really address my trauma. I have so much in my head. I didn't forgive people. I have so many faults in my body that I haven't really addressed and forgive. No, as I grow, I developed everything. I forgive and I release, and slowly I am healing right now. And I can tell you that I have matured a lot, and I'm already in the road of the best version of myself. So I cannot consider myself as walking on the most best version of myself right now, because I still want more. I still have an expectations to myself, to who I envision myself to who I envision myself to be as a better version of myself, but I'm already walking on it. All right, so I'm actually influencing you, because I know most of my viewers here are women, so I actually want to influence you. Oh my god, I forgot my mic. So I actually want to influence you to become the best version of yourself, because it's not that hard when you have it in your heart. Like when you have the fire in your heart, you can actually do it. Okay, or maybe just like me, I had GERD, so it really pushed me to actually love myself and take care of myself. So going back, so that's what happened to me that time. In the morning that I wake up, I don't really feel good. I drink a lot of alcohol with empty stomach. Then in the morning, I still skip my meals. I still follow up with my errands. I didn't eat in the right time. So by the afternoon, I already felt this adrenaline in my chest, like like a bomb. Like I'm about to blow up. I don't know if I'm going to puke or faint or have palpitation. So basically, I had a panic attack that time. That's what started. So GERD, there's always, when it comes to GERD, there is always anxiety on behind of GERD. You will not have GERD you will not only have GERD, but anxiety follows because of that one terrifying moment that happened to you, and it will actually create an anxiety that will start on a very small problem, which is panic attack. Then it will become big, like a snowball. It will become bigger and bigger as time pass by. So I'm not scaring you. This is just what happens to me, and this is what I actually conquer. And by now I considered myself that I actually can control everything already. I understand what anxiety is about, and I actually understand what my GERD triggers is. So just like what I've said, it started on my abuse in my body. So that's what usually happen when you abuse your body. You have consequences from that, which is you get sick, right? So I got sick, I abused my body, I didn't take care of myself. So what do you have to do to be able to regulate your body and become normal as well? So let me tell you that GERD, uh, it's possible to not have the symptoms anymore. It's very possible. As for now, if you are just starting from the Gerd journey, the symptoms is still there, as well as anxiety, because it's very active since your body is still healing from it. But it takes time. You have to start to eat the right amount of food. Usually my doctor said you have to eat 5 times a day, but frequent. You're not gonna get fat on it because it's frequent eating. You eat now, but small portion of food, so that your stomach can actually digest it. Because suddenly, our stomach doesn't have splinter anymore. Splinter, yeah, that covers on the top. Usually it's closed, but because of us that has GERD or acid reflux, it's actually open already. So the acid just backflush from the stomach to your throat. That actually caused pain, or that's what you call heartburn. All right, so that's what is that is what heartburn is about. So from our stomach, the acid comes up and it goes in our throat. If you don't take care of that, it could end up to ulcer or cancer or something like that. So I'm not scaring you. Personally, GERD will not kill you. It's not an illness that will actually kill someone, okay? It's you can cure this by helping yourself to become better. You just have to take care of yourself. But if you don't take care of yourself, then again, just like what I said earlier, it will put you on a circumstances that you will actually earn more bad sickness in your stomach. Since our stomach is our second brain, it's actually connected. So if you don't eat right, if you don't have the right amount of diet, what I'm saying about diet, the intake of food that you eat, then it will actually affect your head. Because most of our body, um, food is fuel. Whatever you put or whatever you intake in your body, it affects all the organs, especially the brain. So yeah, if you take care of your stomach, okay, so how do you avoid the symptoms, right? So if you take care of your stomach, you eat the right amount of food, as well as more vegetables, minerals. They're very important. On the beginning of Gerd Journey, you're supposed to be eating something that is slippery and easy to digest more. For me, it took me 3 months, 3 to 4 months, for me to actually try the food that is not actually allowed for me. So it takes me that months for me to actually gain back my strength and to eat the food that is actually not good for my GERD. You will still have your life back. I promise you, I've been there before. What my anxiety told me is that GERD will eventually kill me and will put me in the state of cancer, right? God forbid. But to be honest, anxiety will lie to you in a way that it will put you into chain, or it will make you disabled. It's very hard in the beginning, but as long as you are really, if you all your heart you want to get better, if you're really willing to help yourself out and become better and the best version of yourself. Because if you want to become the best version of yourself, it doesn't only implement for your body or your outside. It's very important to take care of your health too, because health is wealth. Without health, you're not gonna be wealthy, because it's actually your body that will process your future. You're right. So you need to take care of your body. So I'm just sharing my GERD story to actually inspire people that went through from GERD or anxiety, so that they can actually see hope from it, and they will see as a blessing in disguise, that it's actually helping them to become the best version of themselves. Just like what is happening to me. If it's not because of GERD, I will not actually stop drinking and smoking cigarette, which I've been sober and I don't have anything like that for 3 years already in total. So no, I'm actually wrong. It's not 3 years. It's actually 4 years now. So I didn't have anything. So sometimes I do drink, but very occasionally. And as of now, I already know my limit, right? So limits are very important. Life is short. You can enjoy your life, but actually have your limitations, and you need to know your boundaries, not only with people, as well as your body, because your body also have their boundaries. Like, you cannot push yourself in that limit. If you work, you overwork, you didn't sleep, you will actually have sickness that you will uh, face. And if you have sickness, it will be hard for you to work or do the things that you need to do to become successful in life, right? So that's why they said health is wealth. So you will not enjoy the wealth without health, right? So it's important to give importance to your body. So just like what I said in the beginning of your GERD journey, you need to be persistent, and you need to put all your heart in it, that you really want to get better. So if you really want to get better, even if you hate working out, because it's normal that some people get bored by working, at least do some activities like swimming, or at least walk. It's very important just to regulate our body. It's very important because the more we do some activities, it helps our brain as well. Because just like what I said, GERD always comes with anxiety, and you need people that really support you and understands you, and to actually push you in that journey, not to give up, because it's really a long road. It's not an easy thing to fight, because it's invisible, especially with mental, with when you talk about mental illness. This is not a mental illness which is it considered you as crazy. It is just a response of fear. Mostly anxiety is like that. A response of fear. It starts like that, then suddenly it creates symptoms, it affects your daily life. So you don't want to actually embrace it in a way that it make you handicap. You cannot do anything anymore, or it traps you and that bubble. You need to do some disabled you. Okay, that's the word. To disable you, right? You need to do something about it, because you need to love yourself. You need to actually say to yourself, this is enough. You need to do something, because life is so beautiful to just allow these things to control your life, right? So you need to actually face it, not to fight it, because the more you fight something, the more it actually holds on to you. You just have to face it, accept it in your life, and actually move forward. Even if the symptoms are there, even if it wants to hold you back, don't allow it to hold you back. Face it and let it alone. Leave it alone. It's not important, I promise you. There are more important things in your life that you need to focus with than focusing to your head, right? So going back, you need to start on eating healthy, which is those things that doesn't have that much acid food. Avoid oranges, avoid things that can implement or reproduce more acid, especially when you're hyperacid. You have to avoid those things, as well as fried food, oily foods, and stuff like that. Just 3 months. Give yourself 3 months, 4 months. It depends on your body, because we're not all the same. We all have our own way of healing our bodies. For me, it works like that. So for 4 months, I avoided that. I more fruits, more vegetables that is more slippery. Like for example, okra, saluyot. If we call it a swamp spinach, or I think it's a spinach, but I'm not sure in your country if you have this type of a vegetable. But in our country here in the Philippines, we have this, we call saluyot. You can actually Google it. I will put the spelling here, so you will just type it on Google. However, those are the type of vegetables that is actually good for your gut health. It will help you. Avocados is also one thing, because it's so rich with healthy fats, and vitamins that will help your gut, as well as papaya. And papaya seeds are actually the dopest medicine, herbal medicine, that you will see on the nature side. I believe in nature's more than synthetic stuff. So papaya seed, there's one video that I saw from a Jamaican creator. He's a herbal medicinal um, person. Like, he advocate people about herbal medicines, and he taught people there that eating papaya seed is actually the healthiest part in papaya fruit alone, because papaya seed is actually just like magnets that trap all the parasites, and then eventually when you poop, or when you do your business, it actually goes with it, right? It flash all the toxins in your body. So papaya seed is actually, you don't need to crush it or chew it, you just need to swallow it. So it will actually help you with your gut health, because it has a magnet that can actually trap all those parasite that is living there, that our body doesn't digest. So papaya seed will help you from it, since the parasite will get stuck on it. So yeah, you should try it. It's proven, and I actually did that. It actually helps me out. But probably doctors will say that they don't have any research regarding about that. But for me, I'm really a believer of nature, and our God created this planet abundantly with natures, because these are actually the natural medicine for our body that will actually help us and not destroy our immune system, even our organs, okay, because it's natural. So that's the purpose mostly of the fruits and the vegetables and most of the food that we intake, because every food that we intake has their own way of benefits in our body. So yeah, it's very important to actually start with your diet and your intake of food. Then next is your exercise. It depends on you. If you want to go to the gym, that is actually good. It helps you emotionally and mentally, and it gives you focus, and actually helps you with patience and consistency. It will actually teach you a lot. So I actually um push you to do gym. But if you cannot do gym, if it's hard for you, you can swim or walk. All right, it actually help as well. So moving forward from the story, all right, so eventually if you do all these things as well as you drink of probiotic, is very important, because it's actually good bacteria that will kill all those bad bacteria in your stomach. So probiotic in our country here in the Philippines is very famous to us when it comes to probiotic, which is Yakult. So yeah, but if you have more money, you can buy a supplement that has actually a lot of thousands of probiotic. You can intake that. You can drink that. It actually helps your gut to become more stronger, and it can heal, diba? From killing the bacteria in your digestive system. It helps your guts to heal more. All right. So the more many your good bacteria your stomach is, the faster it get healed. So again, so what are my triggers? I can say, before, you need to actually learn what is your trigger so that you can avoid the pain, because the truth is, GERD is actually painful. I was in my state before that I actually endured a lot of pain here underneath my stomach. There were times that I couldn't sleep anymore. It's actually debilitating me. It's just so painful. It was nightmare. If I'm going to imagine it, like, praise God, I'm out of that life, right? I already did a lot. I grow a lot from that the journey. So you could as well, okay? You could as well. Don't say to yourself that there's no healing, or it will put you on the worst scenario. Actually, it will does. If you don't care about yourself, it will eventually put you on a bigger consequence, just like what I said earlier. So it's very important to start now and at least help yourself out, and remember that you will get healed eventually. It's not gonna kill you, okay? Don't be scared. Anxiety will tell you that, oh, this GERD is actually going to give me a heart problem, or this GERD is going to give me a schizophrenia, or it's going to give me a so foreign, so whatever, what if, all irrelevant. Any what if is irrelevant, okay? So that's just it. You have to remember that it's your body. You know your body. You understand your body. You know what is bad for you. Write it down. Make a journal. My video got cut. Somebody called me. However, going back, okay, you understand your body more than anybody else. So understand your triggers. Write it down. Make a journal about your GERD. GERD, this is what triggers me. This is not what triggers me. This is the food that is good for me. So just for a while, until you understand and monitor what is really good and bad for you. Okay? And eventually, your body will adjust and you can see improvements, and then suddenly, as the long run, you can actually feel that your gut is already healing, and it's very easy to actually prevent GERD. What is the worst part of GERD? What is the worst part of GERD is actually anxiety. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it anymore. I'm not trying to scare you, but yeah, that was the worst. That's the worstest phase that you're going to actually battle in GERD, anxiety. So if the GERD is easier. GERD is not that, it's not something that will actually disturb you that much anymore if you as long as you understand the process of your triggers. But anxiety is actually the stubborn one. But however, you have to really understand that anxiety is a liar. That's number one. And you just have to know that you started from this and you will not end from that. You get my point? Like, it's not because you have GERD, it will actually put you in a place that is going to kill you. Okay? Because mostly people that had GERD and anxiety think that it's going to be the end of their lives. Well, before I was in that situation of my life every day, I'm afraid that, am I going to die? Like, I ask people, am I going to die? Am I going to die tomorrow? Is it my, especially when I see people that I haven't seen for a long time, then eventually I saw them. Then I said, am I seeing these people because I'm actually going to die? Like, everything you put meaning, okay? So anxiety is like that. It's the biggest liar. Our mind lies, and our mind is so powerful that it can imaginate everything. Like, good example is that when you have a future, when you have a dream in the future, you imagine your life, right? That's so at the back of that, that's just how anxiety and OCD works. You just imagine and see pictures in your head like as if it's real. Well, it's not gonna happen. I really promise you that. That is just your mind talking or your anxiety talking. Just understand your mind more. Don't fight it. Let the thought flow. When the thought flow in your body, don't give importance. I'm gonna give you a good example. It's just like a commercial or an ads on a video. When you watch a video, then suddenly there are ads that passed by. So that's how our thoughts work, right? So it's not something that you put importance. If you put fuel or importance on it, it will eventually give you problems because you think it's important. It's not important, I promise you. That you are in control of your head. Whatever you allow in your life will actually control you on the long run. So if you allow positivity, if you think that, oh, it's just a thought, if you don't put any importance on it, then it doesn't have any meaning, right? Like, for example, somebody told you that you're ugly and fat. If you give importance on it, it just depends on you how you see it, on the positive and on the negative of that opinion. Okay, it just depends on you how you see the opinion. If you see the opinion on the positive side, you will actually go to the gym and work on it, right? If you see it on the negative side, you will actually get sad and be depressed. So just be careful of what you feed in your head, then evaluate it, see it, and analyze it if it's really important. If it's going to give you something good, then it's a good information. If not, let it go. Because There's a lot of thoughts. Like, there's no such human being in this life that doesn't have thoughts. Every day we wake up, we have thousands of thoughts. That's what brain works. That's how brain works for. So it thinks and thinks and thinks. But if you actually focus on one thought, it suddenly our brain become exhausted because you're putting fuel in it and importance on it. So put importance to the things that actually have real importance, just like focusing in yourself and be better. That's just it. So mostly know your triggers, understand your body, and do the exercise, do something. Anxiety, to fight anxiety is just like what I said. Don't put importance on it. Don't allow it to control you. We are in control to whatever we allow in our heads or our lives, and especially believe in God. It's actually the biggest fact that you will have in this journey is to actually have faith, right? Faith in God is very important because the more you pray, He will actually help you. If you don't believe in God, well, it's up to you. It's your life, but I hope you do, because your life will have more purpose and you will have more meaning in life if you actually have God in your life, because He's everything. He's a healer, He's a provider, He's a father, He's everything. He's everything in your life. And the more you have someone that you have faith for, life become easier and stressful because you trust someone. When you trust someone that's actually more higher power than you, because you're a human being, you don't have superpowers, right? And God, actually the creator of the universe, He's actually a creator of everything, including me and you. So to Him, this is nothing, okay? So when He was here 2,000 years ago in this planet, He actually experienced anxiety and everything, and as well as struggles as well in life. That's what He talks about in the Bible, that He also went through of these things, so He actually understand you. He really do. He promised that. So with Him, there is peace, because if you surrender the things to Him, eventually your life become lighter. Your journey in life is not becoming more serious than what you think. Life is not that serious. It's just allowing the life to flow. Sometimes we feel like it's so serious because financially it's hard, or in the family it actually makes it hard because they're sometimes giving us this type of trouble, even in other people or your spouse or whatever circumstances that you have in your life, or you're having this sickness and you think that life is hard. But life is not that serious, to be honest. It just flows. And we all die one day. There's no human being that will not die. It just happens that there are people that will die earlier than what you do, because their purpose in life is already done, and most of them didn't really walk to the purpose that they need to do in their life. So it's very important to actually have purpose in life, so that your life will not be wasted. So know your purpose, understand your purpose. There is always a blessing in disguise to whatever circumstances that you are facing. You just have to understand what it is. And it's always important to know yourself. If you know yourself, it's easier for you to know your purpose. So, yes, and to follow is health, just take care of your health. Don't abuse yourself, just like what I do from the past. Enough is enough. It's better to live life the the longest. And the longest the life is, you enjoy the life more. You can actually eventually drink or party or shop or whatever you want to do in your life, but you don't have to abuse it. And anything that is too much is not good. You need to balance. And freedom depends on how you see freedom is. It doesn't mean that you do all these things because it makes you happy. It doesn't give you freedom, because eventually it will destroy you at the end. All right. So understand your body, understand yourself, understand your mind, understand your heart, and have God, have faith in God through the journey. So things will get more easier, and don't take everything so serious. Don't take everything so serious, and understand that we all have our own demons that we fight. All right. So yeah, mostly that's what I'm just gonna say on this video, and I hope that it motivates you. If you watch this video till the end, I appreciate your time, and I hope that if you have GERD, you will eventually heal yourself, and I believe that you will. It's 100%. I did it to myself, so why not you? Right? There is always hope. Every time you wake up, there is always hope. Whatever sickness that you are going through, you just give it to God, you pray about it, and have faith that you will, and of course, do an action about it. The way you take care of yourself is the reflection of what your body is going to be. All right. So depends on the sickness. Some sickness happens to you because it brings purpose in disguise. So it depends on God. Don't be afraid. Trust Him, because whatever He decides is what it is. It's not your choice. It's His choice. However, you are the main character of your life, and you don't just walk in the life out knowing that you don't know what you're gonna do. Okay, so God will actually help you out to understand what is the reason why you are alive through the journey of your life. Okay, so thank you so much for watching it, and I hope to see you more on my next video. I am going to make more videos that will actually help you out to become the best version of yourself. Remember, you are not alone. You are loved. You are strong. You are enough. And there is always hope. Alright? So, take care always. Take care of your body, most importantly. And when you actually get better as well, it's very important to actually help other people that went through from this situation as well. So, inspire other people. That's it. I'm gonna see you on my next video. I love you. You got this. Bye.